Hi, this is Daniel with End Time Country Living, and I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about what's going on around our homestead and what we're doing. The weather's been kind of rainy for periods of time, and then it'll get nice for a few days. And so right today is the first day of spring, and it's actually quite a nice day out here. I think I got up to around 60 or so, and this is going to be like the last day that it's going to be nice for quite a while. Looks like another maybe week to 10 days it's all going to be rainy and cold again. So I'm hoping to finish up a few tasks around the house here and around the yard, and then we'll have to do more stuff that's inside. I hope all my plant starts will survive out in the greenhouse during the colder period. Hope they won't suffer too much. So one of the things I did this Sunday is go up to the Home Orchard Society fruit propagation show, and was able to get some scion wood from some different apple tree varieties, and also some rootstock here. And I'm hoping to get these trees to do well again and maybe do a little bit better job. So use the experience I had from the last time I grafted some trees and apply that to this time to do a better job. So last time I had 1 gallon pots, and I think they were just a little bit too small, and they were indoor too long, and I think that caused them to not survive and do so well once I transplanted them out. So this time I'm trying some larger pots. I don't know how big these are. These are given to me and I've got accumulated somewhere. But they're all about, I'd say maybe 5 gallons. Maybe 4 gallons. Maybe about a 4-gallon pot, maybe a little less. So anyway, quite a bit larger though, a lot bigger diameter. And I'm going to see if I can just hold them over. I'm concerned about just setting out the trees directly into the ground. Everybody seems to agree, don't do that. I think this probably puts too much heat stress on them during the summer. Too much sun on them, it'll dry them out. They need to be more in a shady area to get the healing process over with at the grafting union. And I think that's wise. So I'm going to leave in here over the summer, and as soon as the weather, maybe October, starts to turn to rain and cool down, I think I'll set them out then and hold them over the winter in the ground there, so they can start setting out their roots a little bit more. I'll think about it and pray about it, see if that's a good solution here. But I'd try to get them out of the pots as soon as possible this time and into the ground, but keep them out of the sun during the summer here. So anyway, I got about 5 different varieties for trees here. I got a Gold Rush, which is very much like a Golden Delicious, only instead of losing flavor over time in storage, it actually gets more flavor. So when you first pick it, it's kind of bland, but in storage it gets more flavor. I think about 5 to 6 months storage time or so. And then I got the Melrose here. I had some of those from Paul Gauchi up at his place and thought they were really tasty, and supposed to have exceptional flavor and good storage. I think like 5 months I think is supposed to store for, so thought that would be a good one. And Ida Red, that's another good one that I'm made a tree of. That's another that has similar flavors. Very nice, unique flavor to it, and good storage. And what else do I got here? Granny Smith. My wife wanted one of those, so that's one of her birthday presents this year, to get her a Granny Smith tree since her other one died here. Let's see, there. Yeah, this is the Granny Smith here. And then I got, the last one is a Liberty. So we already have a small, I think it's a dwarf Liberty. This year I'm going with M7s, which is a semi-dwarf, about 50% of standard, and also the 106. Let me see here. What was it here? Those are the M7s. M26. So M26 is another semi-dwarf. So I want to try to get a little bit more vigorous rootstock to get the trees a little bigger, and they'll, you know, in their lifetime, you know, once they get up to size, they'll actually produce a lot more fruit than a dwarf would. So anyway, we'll give that a try and get, you know, be able to get a bigger tree out of it. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. So anyway, Liberty, very good. That's another one that's very flavorful and good storage ability. So we got 2 apples off of our Dwarf Liberty last year. Probably shouldn't have let them even produce the apples, but too late now. I think the birds got half of one or something like that anyway. So anyway, I got another Liberty tree started here, so hopefully that'll do well. I may lose one of these, who knows. We'll just have to see how they do. So another job I have for this evening, it's already, what, 5 o'clock here, so I got to hurry up on this. But anyway, I worked on, well, here, Monday, I guess, working on this strawberry bed here. Haven't had a whole lot of success with our strawberries. They've done okay. Last year I kept whittling, you know, going out every day in the evening and picking, and accumulated, I don't know, maybe 2 gallons or something, not a lot, off all the plants. So did a lot more research and trying to raise bed. It seems what all the commercial growers are using. This would be they said it was for, raised beds are better for ever-bearing strawberries, and the June-bearing ones can take a lot more, you know, wetness and water around their roots. So anyway, give that a try and see if we can do that better. So I brought in a bunch of topsoil. I turned over or spaded, I guess you would say, spaded the soil around here where all the grass and weeds are. Turned that all over to bury the weeds, and then brought in a bunch of wheelbarrows of topsoil from my topsoil pile, and screened some wood chips and set those on top as a mulch. Added rock dust, some urine and charcoal, and so anyway, I found some black plastic that was residual, so praise God it all fit. I had 2 pieces left, and it all, the 2 pieces just fit perfectly, just for the 15 feet of bed that I have here. I'm glad I didn't try to take on like 25 feet or something like that. I was pretty exhausted on Monday after doing all the spading and then bringing all the stuff in and screening and on and on and on. It took a long time to get this all built, so I hope it's worth it. So it's about a 30-inch bed. It's going to be not quite so much, but I think they said about 14 inches on the center between the rows, and a foot in between seems to be what the universities recommend for strawberry growing of this style. So I'm going to give that a try. I got about 20 sets from my dad of a nice variety that they've been growing for a long time. Something he picked up from one of his yard care people a long time ago. So I don't know the variety, but it seems to be a very nice one. And then we got, I'm going to take some of our Puget Crimson strawberries and finish off the row with them. So anyway, we'll give it a try, and I'll show you what the results are here. So as you can see here, the garlic is doing very nicely. It's coming up here. So this is I don't know if you saw me. I don't know if I showed a video of planting these or not. Probably not of these, but put a nice layer of wood chips on here, so that's suppressed the weed pressure, except for the good old this stuff here, which is the poison hemlock. So it's pretty tough stuff. So I have to dig some of those out still, but it's coming up here, doing very nicely, so I'm very pleased with it. And also got the partially transplanted. There was a bunch of starts that were coming up in the beds over here, just random places that had decided to come up. And it's very nice parsley. It's very hardy. And it does very well around here. So you can see here, I probably need to throw some water on it here. They're looking a little less than stellar. some of these are getting a little wilted. So here's the very nice lemon balm. It's coming in very nicely this year. Some very nice little leaves coming in. And chives are doing very well. So very pleased with those. Darker there you go. And the oregano's starting to come up here. So we'll have some nice oregano again. And green onions there too mixed in. So I got one more parsley plant over here that is kind of all by itself. Actually there's a couple of them over here. There's one over here, and looks like another one over here in the shade here. And so, let's see here. Figure out the spacing. There's 1 foot. It's at 14 inches, huh? There's 12, 13, 14. Right about there. Okay. So now, take my starts here. See how they're doing here. Some of these have more roots than the others. So we'll see how they do. See if they may not all take, but last time I transplanted strawberries, they seem to take fairly well. Got to go through the mulch too, so we'll see how this is going to work. So we'll do the first one, I guess, at 1 foot. And space them out every foot here. So I should just put a hole in it here. Need to put holes in my nice plastic, but that's the way it goes. Just keep down on the weeds. Got here. There's some that are a little mediocre, but I'll try to make them work. Get them at the right level. These have just little tiny roots and I don't have a whole lot to them, but I think they should be alright. Just kind of pinching the soil right around there so I don't get them too deep, just right about the level that they were before. Soil right about there. Squish it, pinch it in like this, both hands on both sides.
I'm going to push it down like this, Daddy.
Yeah, like that. Squish it on both sides. There. Okay.
Already, which is already on.
This side goes over here. Here's where the first one goes. I'm going to pull the plants through. Show all the leaves that are there, sticking through.
Okay. There's one, Daddy.
Oops, broken.
Hey, I found one. Yep.
Okay. Good. Take it back, open it up a little bit.
Could you do that one second? And I know there's one here.
If the weeds start coming, we can pull them and tuck it around there. Once they're bigger, they'll be easier to put the plastic a little closer, but until they get very big. Alright, some against here.
Okay.
Here we go. We got them.
Oh, I think there's one right here.
Well, I'll have to make the holes and do those a little later after supper. It's already getting too late here, so we'll do some more later.
Can we do supper?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so cleaning up here. Getting the tape measure put back away and the trowel and the strawberries put away here, and we'll finish up the rest maybe after supper, or if not then I'll have to do it another day here, maybe tomorrow, find a dry period. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Okay, what's next?
Got it?
Prepare the trowel and the camera. I can't hear anyone.
Okay. Okay, get the gate closed. Get the deer run in there. Alright. Oh, don't shake the bag.
Okay.
Measuring tape goes in the shed, along with the trowel.
Now where can I put this?
It's up on the hook up here. Right up there. No. Over here.
And then so these go inside.
They'll go in the refrigerator in the house. Okay. Whew. Alright. Ready for the rains to come, Ginger?
Yes.
It'll be rainy tomorrow and cold. I should make sure that I see Molly's bike isn't put away yet.
Well, I put mine on.
That's good. Make sure Molly does hers too. So the temperature is 50, about 55 out here.
It's pretty cold.
Yeah, it's starting to get cool. It wasn't that hot earlier.